for a great meal. We're going to go ahead and start off our program, our awards program. We're going to follow the itinerary that's in your handout. We're going to start off with the Ashtabula County Touchdown Club Courageous Sports Awards. The first one, we're going to hand out two this year. So the first one is the Nick Delagianis Courageous Sports Award. The criteria for this award is that they must be offered to an individual related to anyone in the football program that has displayed the following characteristics: have overcome adversity during the season, has displayed tremendous courage, overwhelming odds throughout their career or season, and has done all without expectation of recognition, which shows outstanding character. Once again, we're going to be awarding two of these awards this year. The first one is the Nick Delagianis Award. It'll include a $500 scholarship. Our first recipient, this young man, and this is written by his head coach. This young man exemplifies courage, perseverance, and leadership. On August 8th of this year, during the second offensive play of a scrimmage, his life changed dramatically. After months of relentless training, he never missed a day of lifting or running since December of 2024. He was determined to showcase the best version of himself to opponents and college coaches. His response was extraordinary. This young man left him with a broken fibula and a shifted ankle bone. Instead of anger or self-pity, his words were, "I have to trust God's plan. Who am I to question God's plan?" No tears, no blame, just faith and resolve. Doctors told this young man his season would be over and a recovery would take 4 to 6 months. He never questioned them, but also never stopped working. He believed in God's plan and defied all odds, and in week 8, his boot was removed. By week 9, he was running and jumping, and by week 10, just before the final game, the doctors cleared him to play. That Friday night, he led his brothers onto the field one last time, finishing his team leading tackles and rushing for yards. Once again, this is more than just a comeback story. It's a reflection of unwavering character, hard work, and his ability to inspire people around him. The Nick Delagianis Ashtabula County Touchdown Club Courageous Sports Award and a $500 scholarship goes to Devin Miller from Lakeside. Our second recipient, this will be given out by the Ashtabula County Touchdown Club, and an additional $500 scholarship goes to this young man. This is written by his head coach. When I think of the word courage, this young man's name immediately comes to mind. He encountered a battle with his life at literally a young age. He was diagnosed with cancer as a child. He has an incredible scar across his stomach from the multiple surgeries, are a constant reminder of the courage and toughness he showed to endure during treatment to preserve his life. Looking at this man today, you'd never know he experienced that as a child. He stands 6'4", weighs about 260, and is thriving on and off the field. He's also experienced some hardship his junior and senior year when he was diagnosed with a torn meniscus. Thankfully, did not require surgery, and he was able to bounce back and have an incredible senior season. His courage and his will has been a beacon of hope for those who encompass or even deal with this young man. He currently holds 3 offers to continue his education and football career at Marietta, Baldwin Wallace, and Allegheny, and his future is extremely bright due to his academic hard work and prowess. We'd like to present a $500 scholarship, the Ashtabula County Courageous Sports Award, to Mason Thor from Edgewood. Okay, next up, I'm going to call up George Bellios, and we're going to move to the next part of our program, which is our Ashtabula County Football Hall of Fame induction. At this time, if we could have all of our nominees or recipients please have a seat in the front chairs in front of our all-county table, our WEC nominee table.
Thank you, Steve. Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you to the 2025 Ashtabula County Football Hall of Fame induction ceremony. We're gathered here to honor and celebrate the remarkable achievements of our inductees who have not only excelled in life, but have also inspired others through their dedication and hard work. We congratulate all of these inductees. Once again, before we begin, I would like to thank Chris Lyric, who did a fantastic job, a remarkable job, writing the articles about each of the inductees. The articles which are in the tab section located on your tables. We also once again thank the Star Beacon for making these articles available in their daily edition, as well as the tab. As each inductee or representative is introduced, Mr. Al Goodwin will present them with a commemorative plaque, and each inductee will be given about 3 minutes to speak. At the conclusion of the induction ceremony, keep in mind we will move right into the High School Student Athlete Award presentations and highlight their remarkable accomplishments. Our first inductee to be introduced this evening was not able to be here. From California, the 1979 graduate of Geneva High School, Tim Hassett. Accepting his plaque this evening will be Susan Herpy.
They just sprang this on me, so this is the shortest one of the whole night. I'm sure if Tim were here, he would thank his coaches, he would thank the football teams that he played on, and be very grateful for the award.
Our next inductee is Nick Aliff, Jefferson, 2003.
So first of all, thank you to the Ashtabula County Touchdown Club for all that you're doing to maintain the legacy, tradition, community of football that exists here in Ashtabula County. I'm really grateful and honored for this recognition to be part of its history. I also want to thank all of the amazing coaches that I was fortunate to have during my playing days at Jefferson. Coach Jason Root, TJ Furman, Rob Mead, Rick Havens, the late great Joe Kearney, Matt Bradley, Scott Collins, and there's many others. While I'm grateful for the investments and the time and the energy that they put into developing me and my game, I'm even more grateful to them for the impact that they had on me as a person. While I couldn't possibly pay them back for the invaluable education and many of the life lessons that they provided to me, I assure you I've been paying it forward as much as I can by coaching 3 different youth sports year-round for pretty much the last 5 years of my life. I can guarantee the way that I coach is a direct reflection and modeled very strongly after what they all taught me. Last but not least, I would like to thank my family, my parents, Dallas and Pam Aliff, for instilling the discipline, work ethic, really core to who I am today. To my wife of 21 years, Mallory, my in-laws, Dave and Bonnie Hayes, for all the support that you provided to me during my playing days and throughout the years. And to my brother Ryan, he was a primary driver of me and setting the competitive fire in our household growing up, and without him, definitely wouldn't have been standing here today. To wrap up, I just wanted to leave a quick message for all the great young athletes that I see here today. As you continue your journey through life, no matter where that may take you, roll the success that you've had in this great sport into being a positive role model and leader for your family, for your friends, teammates, and for your community. Don't be afraid to serve a greater purpose in yourselves, and I'm certain that you'll represent Ashtabula County very well. Thank you.
The late Randy Caruso was a 1967 graduate of Ashtabula High School. Representing him this evening are David Caruso and Tony Chicaro.
I don't have a speech prepared, but I do want to accept this in honor of my father, who's no longer with us. On behalf of me and my family, it means a lot. It kind of touches home to me. My father followed me all through my football career. Never really spoke about his much, so again, I'm honored, and I thank all of you who presented this reward to my father in honor of him. Coach is going to speak a few words because he knows more about his football than I do. Thank you.
I had the pleasure of coaching Randy for 3 years, and Randy played on 3 championship teams. Those 3 teams had a combined winning of 25 and 3. Randy was a starting tackle both on offense and defense. He played on the championship 1965 team, and in his senior year he was one of the leaders of a strong defense that allowed only 6 points per game, with 3 teams not scoring at all. Their only losses at that season were to Mentor and Painesville Riverside. Randy graduated from Ashtabula High School, went on and attended Kent State University, was drafted in the Army, served in the Army for 2 years, returned home, and became a career fireman with the Ashtabula City Fire Department. Randy also went on to start 2 businesses, a construction building business and a building supply business. Randy's family is here tonight, and like I mentioned earlier, he was not only an outstanding player, but also an outstanding person. Thank you.
Next, we have a longtime contributor to the Ashtabula County football programs, a referee, Conneaut's Robert Cox.
I'm not a speaker, but I would like to thank my wife. Back in our day, we had the white knickers. She kept them clean for me.
Our next inductee is a 1980 graduate of Grand Valley High School, Ed Drews.
Well, this is an honor. Never thought anything like this was going to happen, so I'm going to keep it short. My head coach, Jim Henson, who's here tonight, nominated me for this, and I'm just grateful for him to be able to play for him the 4 years that I played at Grand Valley High School. And I'd like to say that he had more of an impact on my life than he can even imagine. Thank you.
The late Willie Harris was a 1969 graduate of Pymatuning Valley High School. Representing him this evening is Bill Warner.
Thank you. Good evening, friends, alumni, fellow football players, classmates, and members of the Ashtabula County Hall of Fame. My name's Bill Warner, and I played football for Pymatuming in '69 and '70. My coach and Willie's coach was Thaddeus Kaznowski, and I played with Willie Harris. Thaddeus could not be here tonight. He's lives in Virginia, and due to some health problems, he couldn't be here, so he delegated this honor to me. I played with Willie Harris in my junior year, and he was a senior. He was a perfect example of a gentle giant. He was big, strong, powerful running back. Yet he wouldn't hurt a flea. He refused to quit. There was one play I remember that's etched in my mind, and he was running a power play up the middle. He broke through the front line, dragging tacklers behind him. As he broke into the secondary, 4 tacklers converged on him. I was a halfback, and I was sent wide, and that's why I was watching from afar. I truly believed he would be stopped by these 4 guys trying to bring him down. But to my amazement, Willie was on a mission. His legs pumping, arms pumping, shoulder pads were flapping, and steam was streaming from his nostrils. Willie dragged these guys another 10 yards before finally going down. If I remember right, I think that was Ashtabula High School. And my cousin, Pat McNamara, was one of the guys he dragged. Pat was also inducted into the Hall of Fame for Ashtabula High School. He went on to play for Northwestern University for 4 years. Willie was a great athlete, excelling in football, wrestling, and track. He had numerous records in all 3 sports, making all county teams in every sport he played. He was a leading rusher and tackler for PVHS from '67 to '69. Willie went on to play football at Edinburgh University, but decided to join the Air Force soon after. He also finished his career in the Air Force. Willie was married and had a daughter at the time of his death in 1998. Willie Harris is very well deserving of being inducted into the Ashtabula Hall of Fame. He was undoubtedly one of, if not the best athletes that ever played for PVHS. I'm sure his coaches, Paul Fail, Thaddeus Kaznowski, and fellow teammates like Bob French, Buddy French, Ray Otto, Chuck Burt, Jim Chambers, Scott Baker, Tom Hockern, Bill Dresnick, Rick Jenkins, Rick Orahood, and Fred Bean, Ron Bradford, Larry Trask, Ed Morris, Mark Frenair, and Tom Salem. All these classmates would definitely vouch for his worthiness as a player, teammate, and a person. It's a shame Willie was overlooked all these years, but I'm sure it had a lot to do with some of the personal records at Pymatuming Valley High School were destroyed. Willie truly belongs in the Ashtabula County Hall of Fame, and I'm proud to be part of the process that got him here. Missing a page. I'd just like to thank the Ashtabula County Hall of Fame, Dennis DeGennaro, Chris Larrick, and especially Jason Root for helping me get Willie into the Hall of Fame. He well deserves it. Rest in peace, Willie. You will not be forgotten. Thank you.
Next, we have the retired athletic director of Geneva High School and longtime contributor and supporter to Ashtabula County football, as well as currently serving as Ashtabula County Touchdown Club's treasurer, Susan Herpy.
Good evening. Congratulations to all the Hall of Fame inductees and for the award winners later. When Chris Larrick emailed me about this honor, I remember previous inductees thanking the linemen, their quarterback, and their coaches. I have none of them to thank, but I do have my team of 3 daughters, Sean, Kristen, and Lisa. and their families to thank for all their support over the years. Whenever I needed help at school, they were always drafted, whether it be for washing uniforms on Thursday nights, clocks at events, pregame meals, and we all know about those other duties to be assigned. They have always been there for me, and if you know me, that's not always the easiest thing to do. I cannot think of a time that I have not been involved in sports, from playing sports in high school, coaching with my husband Bob, to being an athletic director, to being a mom of athletes, then a grandma, and now a great-grandma of an athlete. I'm still involved in sports at Spire as Grandma Sue, whether it be as a cookie baker, a scorekeeper, a timer, a substitute, a mentor, or an emotional supporter. Sometimes the athletes just need a hug after a good game or a not-so-good one. I'm also the liaison to Geneva's football team. I speak to them every season about Touchdown Club awards. I am amazed I am now talking to the grandchildren of athletes who played for my husband Bob. It makes me actually feel older than I really am. A special thank you to Chris Larrick for his exceptional articles in the Star Beacon. Through sports, I have made long-lasting friendships that have made this award possible. I appreciate being the first woman in the Hall of Fame. I am glad to join Bob and so many other friends in the Hall of Fame. Thank you again to my family for their support and the Touchdown Club for this recognition.
Our next inductee is a 1971 grad of Harbor High School and retired athletic director at Madison High School, Jim Pinelli.
I'd like to congratulate, can you hear me? Okay. I'd like to congratulate the inductees. I'd like to congratulate the young men that are representing their schools tonight. And a special thanks to the parents who have raised these young men for the last 17 to 19 years. You have set a foundation for them to be successful the rest of their lives if you haven't realized it yet. For me, the journey was kind of strange. My senior year, we had a total staff change. We went from one staff to another staff. The new staff that came in with an attitude of no nonsense, gonna do things right, do it correctly. There's three men that I really want to mention that really made an effect on me as a player and as a future athletic director and a head coach for 20 years. Jim Smith, Glenn Southern, and Joe Incorvio. These particular individuals all together jointly transferred Harbor High School into a great one-year experience for me because I was only with them for 1 year. But what they taught me was team first, recognition second. It was all about the team. It wasn't about awards. Awards came at the end of the season. Okay. And after I graduated from Harbor, I got to play for a gentleman called Dwight Dyke Beatty. If any of you are old enough to know who Dwight Dyke Beatty was at Youngstown State University. He was an icon. Dyke was the only football coach at Youngstown State for 40 years. He was the first and he was the last up until 1973 before he passed away on his farm. He was also in the Hall of Fame, the National League Hall of Fame, 5'3", maybe 145 pounds. He invented the penalty flag, the modern day penalty flag. He was an absolute icon of a human being. He had a saying, to every freshman that came in and every sophomore, he had a saying that stuck with me the rest of my life. You are a football player, you are an athlete, you are a student. That's what you are right now for these 4 years. But that's not who you are going to be when you leave. You are going, what's the more important thing is when you leave here, you need a degree. The degree was more important than football. And that's going to be, that degree is going to be that's who you are for the rest of your life. Football's short span. It's a 4-year. High school kids will go into the next 4 more years. But after those 4 more years, your degree is the most important thing that you're going to get out of that university or whatever you choose to do. That's who you're going to be. And then I have to give my, excuse me. There's the foundation for my success came way before these men, but I never realized it. Like most young athletes or most young men, they have no clue what their moms and dads have given them. They've given them a foundation for the rest of their lives. Gentlemen, realize that you have the characteristics to be successful. For me, my mother instilled responsibility, dependability, and accountability. That was her motto. Those 3 things. I carried those all through my adult life. She led our family, because she was a single parent, she led our family by example, by doing. She never asked us to do anything, my sister and I, anything that she wouldn't do herself. And then she had a sidekick, my sister. She was more like a guiding hand sometimes. She demonstrated courage and patience, for she was given the task to teach me how to drive a car. I wasn't into driving the car. My focus was where the radio was on, where I was going to go, everything else except driving the car. Stop signs were optional. You rolled up to a stop sign, the rolling stop sign. Speed limits were, that was for somebody else. And finally I got my license, and what was a nice thing was now my sister didn't have to be my modern day Uber anymore, because I didn't get my license until I was 17. In closing, just for the young men here, there's a lot of ways to get from point A to point Z. And there's a lot of variables in between. Enjoy the ride. Take it for what it's worth. It's only going to come around once or twice. But enjoy the ride. You have the characteristics to be successful, and embrace your new adventure after you graduate in June. Thank you.
Next, we have Chris Bednarski, 2002 graduate of Lakeside High School.
Sorry guys, I'm really not much of a speaker per se, but good evening everyone. I would like to thank the Ashtabula Touchdown Club and the Hall of Fame Committee for the honor of being inducted into the Ashtabula County Football Hall of Fame. I would also like to congratulate my fellow Hall of Fame inductees. It's a huge honor for me to be here tonight with all you extraordinary gentlemen. Congratulations to the All Ashtabula County football team. I attended this banquet back in 2001. It was an honor then, like it is an honor now. This is a huge honor for myself and my family. I do not come from a long line of athletes in Ashtabula County. I am the first in my family to achieve Hall of Fame honors in sports. I paved my own way into the record books. My parents are here with me in spirit this evening. I pop in an old football tape from time to time just to hear their voices rooting for me. My mother yelling, "Kill him, Chris," and my father yelling, "Let's go, Chris," while I'm chasing a ball carrier, potentially making a tackle. All that hard work I put in paid off today. I would also like to thank my wife, Jessica. She's been a huge supporter in my athletic career. All the Friday night men's softball league games, trades tournament games, and the alumni football games for Lakeside that we played in some years back. You sat through and cheered me on through all that. Thanks for being there while I was still trying to hang on to my childhood. All right, now we're here. Let's talk about the 2001 Lakeside Dragons, 8-2 NEC champions year one. Man, what a season. Right now, can I have I have some teammates here. I would like for them to stand up. Kevin Friedrich, Angelo Mari, Elijah Juan Cooper, Josh Cooper. Guys, we set the tone and started a program off with the winning tradition year one. We spoke with our pads. And if you guys would give them a round of applause, that would be excellent. These guys were key players in our winning the first year at Lakeside, and we put a lot of work in that year, and I really thank you guys for that. I made it a point to be the #1 person to stop on everyone's offensive scouting reports in 2001. And if you got the football, you better believe old number 72 was looking to cause a massive collision. And if I didn't get to you, one of my teammates were for sure going to lay the wood. I wouldn't be here today speaking if it wasn't for the other 10 guys on defense with me. I was a monster, but my teammates brought the same energy every down right with me. They couldn't double any of us because the next man was ready to fill the gap and make a play. We set the benchmark pretty high on defense at Lakeside that first year, didn't we, guys? Giving up 81 points on defense is still a record to this day, 24 years and counting. And also finishing the season ranked 16th in the state Division I, Region 1 for our first year. That's something to extremely be proud about. I would like to thank Coach Corlew and the Lakeside staff. You guys did an amazing job not knowing what you had in the beginning and turning us into champions. Special thanks to late Coach Sconey. You've known me my whole life. You knew how to motivate me and to get me ready for the game. I'm glad you were part of the ride with me. I would also like to thank my water boy, Marcus Pearson. He was the best water distribution engineer in the business. I appreciated that. I would also like to congratulate the Lakeside defensive line coach, Brad Johnson. Now you have 2 out of your four of your horsemen in the Hall of Fame. Thanks for dropping the chains and letting us create havoc on every one of our opponents. I would also like to thank all my other defensive line coaches over the years as well. Coach Frank Carrier, Coach Dwight Fritz, and the late Coach John Hermick. All of you were part of molding me into a Hall of Fame defensive lineman. In closing, for the future Ashtabula County football players, you have 40 games in your high school career. How are you going to leave your mark on your program? Good luck and thanks again.
Inductee Tim Zetwick, St. John grad of 1977, was not able to make it in from Muskego, Wisconsin to be with us this evening. Accepting his commemorative plaque will be St. John head football coach Robert Dolgosh. And our final inductee for the 2025 is 1997 graduate of Edgewood High School, Eddie Colbert.
Thank you. First and foremost, I'd like to thank the Ashtabula Touchdown Club for this honor, and if for nothing more, to at least be able to show my wife and kids I'm at least half as good as I've tried to tell them I've been over all these years. With that said, I want to thank my wife, Amanda, of 19 years. Our sons, Jaden and Cameron, are here. My in-laws, Keith and Judy, and the family that raised me, Sue and Jenny, and I do greatly thank you for being here. Bill Wiegraff, my midget league coach with the Redskins, Coach Terry and Terry Miloragno, Steve Candela, that were my junior high coaches, and then my head football coach in high school, Mr. Dave Meloragno. All of those individuals played a big part in not only why I stand here today getting this honor in football, but more importantly for the man that I have become in my personal life as well as my career. Football was different. I went to Edgewood, and Edgewood was a little different back in 1997. I am highly confident that I may have been my senior year and my junior year the only black kid in the whole entire school. And so football was different for me. Football was the equalizer. I may have been different inside those walls. I may have been different on the east side of Ashtabula, but that football field was my equalizer. And make no mistake about it, for anyone here who played with me or any of the coaches who coached against me, I had no intentions of going out there to show you that I was equal. My whole intention was to show you I was better. And every day that's what I did. I had a chip on my shoulder from practice to games to scrimmages. Football was my equalizer. Football became life. It gave me confidence. It taught me how to work under pressure. It taught me how to work with people that you might not necessarily work, but you had a common goal that you needed to achieve. I can walk into any boardroom today and I can point out who's played ball and who hasn't, simply by how they interact with others. It's been said, and I want to repeat to some of the athletes here, you only get 40 of these, and that's if you're lucky. Take advantage of it, because when that clock hits 0, you never get it back. And I don't care what level you go on to, there is nothing like high school football. Sean Venzel was my quarterback at first grade recess. He was my quarterback in midget league football. He was my quarterback in junior high. He was my quarterback in high school. You don't get things like that after high school. Any of the gentlemen that came before me will tell you, and I want to make sure I don't forget, we don't stand up here on our own. If it wasn't for our offensive line, people like Mike Sadowski and Aaron Kuntz and Todd Roxbury and Tim Toddy, I would not be here today. They led the way for us. But I would also be remiss if I didn't talk about those who pushed me, like Keith Meloragno, Chris Chesness, and Alex Lopez. And not just those at Edgewood. Those, and we have some great athletes, from Terry Henton, LaJuan Miller, Shawnell Bradley, Hurdy Christian, Marcus McCaleb. It wasn't just, we had 4 high schools in Little Ashtabula, and it was very competitive back then. And if it weren't for some of those great athletes, I would have never been pushed to be able to stand here in front of you today. You have an opportunity, gentlemen, and that's to play football. Take advantage of it, because not only is it going to bring you the pride that you see today, but I promise you, as you move forward in life, you are going to remember all the things that you learned in practice, all of the adversities that you had to overcome, and it will make you a better father, it'll make you a better husband, and it will make you a better person in your community. Thank you for the opportunity, and thank you for the induction. Thank you.
Let's give all of our inductees one final round of applause. Inductees, if you take your seats back at your tables, I will introduce Mike Greco, and he will be doing the awards presentations for our Ashtabula County football players. Mike.
Thank you very much. Congratulations to the Hall of Fame inductees, and congratulations on the high schoolers for a great season. Really enjoyed covering you guys, shooting photos of you, and a lot to be proud of. So we met a month or so ago to talk over the county players of the year and first, second team, and honorable mention. And here's what we came up with. Our Ashtabula County, player of the year is Bryce Pete of Geneva. Okay, our offensive player of the year is JJ Dufour from Edgewood. Our defensive player of the year is Sean Croston from Pymatoonie Valley. Our lineman of the year is Jacob Clemens from Geneva. And our coach of the year is Don Shimsky from Geneva. Okay, here comes the first teamers. Offense first. Our quarterback is J.J. Murphy from Lakeside. Okay. At one running back is Matt Webster from Jefferson. Okay. Another running back is Chase Newsom from St. John. And our third running back is Isaiah Bowles from Conneaut. Our wide receivers, J.C. Falkman from Pymatoonie Valley. And we have a pair of Edgewood receivers next, Josiah Pope and Devin Sanchez. Our tight end is Aaron Johnson from Conneaut. Okay. On the offensive line, Chetty Arcaro, Conneaut. Also, Stuart Jenick from Pymatoonie Valley. Also, Milo Twining from St. John. From Edgewood, Brock Foltz. From Geneva, Chase Cinco. From Grand Valley, Blake Taylor. Okay, our kicker was Zachary McKinney from Geneva. And our last from the offense was Caden Proy from Geneva. That's an athlete. Okay, on defense, we'll start with the line first. And the first one is Christian Brott from Edgewood. Then we have Dominic Palmisano, from Geneva. And then Carlo Fasano from St. John. And then Noah Sigley from Conneaut. Ricky DePetta from Geneva, first linebacker. Okay, another linebacker is Brody Dietrich from Jefferson. Okay. Another linebacker, Josh Sabo from Conneaut. Another linebacker, Tyree Anderson from Lakeside. Okay, and our last linebacker is Alex Simon from Pymadooney Valley. In the secondary, we have Riley Baldwin from Edgewood. We have Anthony Severino from St. John. We have Donald Obhoff from Pymadooney Valley. And we have Jorge Diaz from Lakeside. And our punter is Donald Crawford, St. John. Once again, congratulations to all the first teamers, second teamers, honorable mention, and good luck in your futures for those graduating. Good luck for those who are coming back for next season. Thank you.
Next up, we'd like to introduce Sam Torres from the 440 Sports Show and YSN for the next award presentations.
All right, everybody. Hopefully you can hear me. Gotta move this mic down a little bit. First of all, congratulations to all of the Hall of Famers tonight. I want to send a special shout out to Chris Bernardsky, fellow Lakeside Dragon, on his induction. So let's give all the Hall of Famers a quick round of applause. All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, coaches, players, families, and members of Ashtabula County football community. My name is Sam Torres, and I'm with YSN and the 440 Sports Show. It's my honor tonight to present our 2025 Postseason Football Award. Tonight we celebrate excellence not only in players who define the 2025 season, but also in the legendary athletes whose names are forever tied to these honors. Each award is dedicated to a man who made an indelible impact on Ashtabula County football and carried greatness to the next chapters of their lives. Their legacy sets the bar for every young athlete across this county. Before we reveal this year's winners, we begin by honoring each namesake, three giants of Ashtabula's football past. The first award that will be given tonight is the Sean Allgood Most Outstanding Defensive Player Award. Sean Allgood, one of the most gifted athletes in county history, while most remember him for his offensive brilliance that led him to play Division I football as quarterback at Northern Illinois, his defensive dominance was just as extraordinary. Allgood was an all-Ohio defensive back from his sophomore through his senior seasons. In 1988, he led the area with 10 interceptions, 7 of which were returned for touchdowns. He also recorded 100 tackles that year. His mixture of athleticism, intelligence, and physicality made him one of the most complete players this region has ever seen. This season, several defensive standouts emerged in the county, but one young man separated himself with his production and his consistency. He led Ashtabula County with a total of 94 and a half total tackles, adding 16 tackles for loss and 3.5 sacks, while serving as the anchor for his team's defense. The 2025 Sean Allgood Most Outstanding Defensive Player Award is going to Sean Croston of Pymatuning Valley. Our next award honors a Jefferson Falcon legend, Matthew Hatchett, whose rise from a standout high school quarterback to NFL wide receiver stands out as one of the greatest success stories in county history. Hatchett was named the 1991 Offensive Player of the Year, throwing for over 1,000 yards and 19 touchdowns. His talent carried him to Langston University, and he was eventually into the 1997 NFL Draft, where he was taken by the Minnesota Vikings. Much like Hatchett himself, this year's candidate displayed tremendous skill and leadership as well as heart. But this player's season stood apart from the rest. He finished the season with 2,103 yards passing, 28 touchdowns to just 3 interceptions, as well as adding 376 yards rushing and 5 additional touchdowns. A true dual threat weapon who elevated his team each and every week. The 2025 Matthew Hatchett Most Outstanding Offensive Player Award goes to J.J. Dufour of Edgewood High School. The final award this evening comes with a $500 scholarship, and it recognizes the single most outstanding overall player in Ashtabula County. It's named after one of the most dominant athletes to ever wear a Panther uniform, Jared Bunch. Bunch was a force for Ashtabula High School, earning all NEC and all county honors 3 straight years. He went on to play Division I football at the University of Michigan. From there, he became a 1991 draft pick of the New York Giants, who were fresh off of a Super Bowl victory. This year's recipient lived up to the legacy of that name. He powered his team to a playoff run, scoring 19 touchdowns, also contributing 77 total tackles and 3 for loss as a linebacker. His season was not just great, it was historic. He now holds Geneva's single-season rushing record with 1,868 yards, Geneva's career rushing record with 4,278 yards, Geneva's career tackle record with 388 tackles. He's a giant in every sense of the word. The 2025 Jared Bunch Most Outstanding Player Award goes to Bryce Pete of Geneva High School. Thank you all, and we'll see you next year.
before we call up Byron here from the Gazette, I do want to point out Jaden Yop. Jaden, if you'd stand. Jaden is from Luminous Lens. She's here donating her time today, taking photographs for our banquet. All pictures will be posted on our Touchdown Club Facebook page, so if you'd like to look at them. But she also has some opportunities that she'll be sending some things out if you guys would like to purchase them in the future. She does have business cards if you are looking for some senior photo opportunities. Next up, for our most outstanding college football player, Byron Wetzel from the Gazette.
I'd like to thank the Touchdown Club Committee for hosting this and congratulate the Hall of Fame class once again and all the student athletes here today. The 51st Annual Golden Helmet Award for the most outstanding college football player this year goes to Devin Mercilliot of Hiram. Devin started 3 years at Hiram. He started week 4 of his first season and ended up with 40 tackles and interception. In his second season, he was third on the team with 86 tackles. And then this past season, he had 65 tackles and 3 tackles for loss. He had a 3.8 GPA and was Dean's List every semester at Hiram. He was also honored with the College Sports Communicators Academic All-District recognition. He plans on graduating this spring with a crime law and justice degree, and he looks to pursue law enforcement and enter the police academy. I'd like to congratulate Devin for his success, and congratulations.
First off, I would just like to start off and thank the Lord for allowing me to be here and everything that I was able to, accomplish. For starting off, I thought going into college that my football career is over. I decided to take a year off and really just figure out my future career and stuff like that. And then I decided that my career and my football career wasn't over, and I'm just thankful that I was able to trust the Lord's plan and be able to say that I got to play college football for 3 years. I would also like to thank all my coaches and teammates throughout the years, going from youth football all the way to college, especially my Hiram coaches and my teammates for pushing me to not only be better, but trusting me to be their leader and their captain and lead them out for the past 2 years, and hopes to continue to change the program. Lastly but not least, I'd love to thank my family. I got some of them with me here today. Most importantly, my mother. Never missed a game, no matter where I played, no matter how far, whether that be not just football, every sport I played. And my sister, my grandfather, my grandma here today, and also my niece and nephew, who give me the motivation every day to be a better man, but not just for football, but for life. So, thank you, everyone.
Next up is Sue Herpy. She'll present our WEC nominees.
Robert L. Weesey Scholarship is given in memory of an outstanding athlete, scholar, and citizen. Bob Weesey excelled in football, basketball, baseball, tennis, and track. Didn't miss many. In high school, he was an all-state in football and basketball. Bob was an equally exceptional student. He went to the University of Michigan, where he excelled academically while playing football, basketball, and baseball. He made the All-American team in football and went on to play professionally for the Detroit Lions. In his senior year, he was chosen as the top scholar athlete for not only the University of Michigan, but for the entire Big Ten Conference. Quite an accomplishment. The candidates for the Robert L. Weesey Memorial Scholarship have the best combined qualities of athletics, scholarship, and citizenship. Please stand and remain standing until all have been announced, and please also hold your applause until all are announced. This year's candidates are from Conneaut High School, Aaron Johnson. His mom is Gretchen Johnson. His stepfather is Nick Armini. His coach is Rocco Dobrin. And everybody has to stand. You're very important in their lives. From Edgewood High School, Mason Thor. His mom is Stephanie Thor. His coach is Elijah Cooper. From Geneva, Bryce Pete. His parents are Matt and Amy Pete. His coach is Don Shimsky. From Grand Valley, Mason Kokab. His parents are Josh and Ashley Kokab. His coach is Matt Rosati. From Jefferson, Matt Lundy. His parents are Rob and Tanya Lundy. His coach is Jason Root. From Lakeside, Tier Anderson. His mom is Avery Cooper. His coach is Terry Hinton. From Pymatuning High School, Stuart Jenrick. His parents are Lawrence and Amy Jenrick. His coach is Neil Croston. From St. John's High School, McCade Kanicki. His parents are Matt and Jera Kanicki. His coach is Bob Dolgesh. Congratulations to all of you. It is my honor to present the first of 3 Ashtabula County Touchdown Club scholarships in the amount of $500 each. This scholarship will be sent to the athlete after the graduation. This athlete was a youth football camp volunteer, a track camp volunteer. He lettered in football and track and is involved in ski club. The $500 scholarship goes to Mitchell Lundy from Jefferson High School. I have the privilege of presenting the Robert M. Herpy Memorial Scholarship. Bob was Geneva's head coach for 27 years. When he passed away 29 years ago, our family wanted to honor Bob's memory in the amount of a $1,000 scholarship. Bob was the first in his family to go to college, so he appreciated his higher education. This scholarship can be used at a college, a university, or a trade school to further the athlete's education. This education is an important part of their future. Athletics teaches so many life lessons: discipline, sportsmanship, and teamwork. All traits to be a successful athlete and a human being. How to win with humility and lose with grace. He felt sports created discipline and lifelong friendships. This year's winner balances athletics, academics, and a lot of community service. He is 8th in his class. This year's winner of the Robert M. Herpy Scholarship in the amount of $1,000 is awarded to McCade Kanicki from St. John's High School. Next presenter is Dr. Sue Stocker, and she'll present the John Buskirk Memorial Award.
Good evening. I'm here, as Sue said, to present the John D. Buskirk Memorial Scholarship. John was better known as Buzzy or Coach Buzz. John graduated from St. John High School and was a true herald. More importantly, John Buskirk was my son-in-law. Several men who are here tonight were fortunate to either have played football with John, played for John, or coached with John. I wish everyone in this room could have known John, but tragically, he died from complications of leukemia at the age of 32. John loved the game of football, but he was much more than football. He was a teacher, he was a loyal friend, he was smart and funny and loving. He was a man of great faith. This scholarship, like several others tonight, were established to help keep a loved one's memory alive. Tonight, I'm pleased to present the John Buskirk Scholarship to a young man from Edgewood High School, Mason Thor. Mason is a 4-year letter winner in football. and he is the 2025 Edgewood Defensive Player of the Year. He is also lettered in basketball. Additionally, he is actively engaged in service and leadership activities. Mason is a member of the Athletic Council. He's a camp counselor and a CVC All-Academic Award recipient. Like John Buskirk, Mason is described as hardworking and a driven athlete. In short, Mason Thor is a tremendous role model. When I asked Coach Cooper to describe Mason, he said, "Mason is a phenomenal young man with a very bright future. He embodies what it means to be a student athlete." Cooper added that he's grateful to have had the opportunity to coach Mason. And I'm pleased to present this $1,000 scholarship, in the John D. Buskirk Memorial Scholarship, to Mason Thor. Congratulations. And now,
Hello, everyone. My name is Mark Andrews. I'm here to present 4 different awards tonight. And before doing that, I really want to extend my appreciation to everybody that's here tonight. There's 320 of you at the last count. And the board members that have been recognized here before are very proud of this organization. A lot of us put in a lot of time, and there's a couple people that I would like to acknowledge. Chris Larrick, he's heard it all before, but he's the man behind these articles, as been told, and he gets together early in the season together with Mike Greco and Brian Hatcher and I at the Star Beacon, and he hammers these out, and they just do a beautiful job. There's a couple other board members that I'd like to recognize. Steve Cray, who he's our Energizer Bunny. He works his tail off and does a great job spearheading our golf tournament, which gives us the funds to be able to provide, I think, 95 complimentary dinners to the folks that are here that you see around us in the Hall of Famers and their plus ones. Also, I'd like to acknowledge Tony Passanen, who this year took over the electronic ticket purchasing. I'm still trying to learn how to Venmo, but in any event, he took on the task and did a marvelous job working with Spire. Finally, Sue Herpy is the glue of our organization. She does everything and anything that's asked of her and more. And she, coincidentally, she works at Spire, and she has more information about what goes on here. You will not believe what's going on here these days. And Sue does a great job, and congratulations. Congratulations to all the county players, the WEC candidates. These folks up here are up here for a reason, and you've heard a lot about some of them already. I want to explain one thing, and that is our candidates that are up here are selected by what we call the selection committee in Lake County. None of us have anything to do with that, and it is important because, boy, it's a tough job. Well, without any further ado, I have the first award that I'm presenting is the second Touchdown Club Award, and this goes to a young man who was first team All-County for 2024 and 2025, National Honor Society, and very involved in the community. That's Tyree, and I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, Anderson, who is here with Avery Cooper, his parent. And he gets a $500 scholarship together with his plaque. There you go. Good job. Okay, moving on. My next award is, one more thank you. Anne Marie Mahokey, you've heard her name. She's the producer of this beautiful program that we present, which is really a keepsake for the students involved. And as we're talking about some of these folks, just open it up to the center. Most of them are there or just in the page before them. So my next award is the East Ashtabula Educational Assistance Corporation Award. That's a mouthful, the EAEAC. The award is in the amount of $1,500, and the EAEAC, which myself and John Higgins, who's another board member, are involved in. Over the past 10, 12 years, we've passed out $200,000 of scholarships here and in other venues. We raise money just for that educational purpose, and it's great to be able to coincide that with the activity here today. This year's winner of the EAEAC award, as I said, $1,500. The four-year letterman, and he's helped guide his team to the playoffs. Help if I can read this. First team All-County, National Honor Society, part of the 4.0 Club for 4 years, and an NAC All-Academic team, member of that. And he's got time to be an Eagle Scout. This year's winner is Stuart Jenick of PV, who's here with his parents, Lawrence and Amy Jenick. Good job. Hang on, we gotta get the money. Okay, moving along, I have another Touchdown Club award to present. And again, these are such tough decisions. I'm glad I'm not the one that had to make these. And what we're looking for with all these gentlemen up front here, not only football characteristics, but whether or not they're good in the classroom and in the community. My next, the award winner, $500, is Mason Kokab of GV. He's a 3-year letterman. He is a devout member of the FAA, active in the Grand Valley community. He's the son of Josh and Ashley Kokab. And the check, please. Good job, man. Okay, my last award is the Warren Andrews Award. This is in the amount of $1,500. It's named after my father, Warren, who was one of the founders of this club back in 1970. He is a member of the first class of inductees in 2004 as a contributor, and he'd be the first to tell you that behind every successful man is a successful or driving woman. My mom was also very involved in all of her activities, whenever needed. This award is presented to the all-around student athlete who not only is accomplished on the football field and achieved great things in the classroom, but has also been involved in the community. And I'll have you just open up your program. This year's winner checks all the boxes. Aaron Johnson. I won't read all this. I'll let you read it. Pretty amazing. He's just an amazing kid or young man. And this, I want to bring this to his attention, but this summer it was my job to go out to Conneaut and meet with the Conneaut seniors and explain what the Touchdown Club did and what maybe you guys could shoot for. So I hope I was a little bit of part of the inspiration for you to be here tonight. All right, thanks. Okay, that next presenter is George Bellios, who, by the way, is the person who put together the bios that went with these pictures and did a nice job. And one last thing is I have $320 to pass out at the end, so hang in there for the 50-50.
Thanks, Mark. As mentioned earlier, the Touchdown Club always chooses to have a committee from outside of Ashtabula County review the player profiles in the selection process of the Robert L. Reese Scholar Athlete Award. Mr. Jeff Casella, Athletic Director of Mentor High School, served as the committee chairperson this year. Jeff is currently wrapping up a 35-year career at Mentor. In that span of time, Jeff also served a term as president of the Ohio High School Athletic Association Board of Directors. He is currently the secretary of the Northeast District Athletic Board and is an executive committee member of the Northeast Ohio Interscholastic Athletic Directors Association. Making the presentation of the Robert L. Weesey Award this evening will be Steve Cray.
Thank you, George. Each year, once again, we have the privilege of presenting the Robert Weesey Memorial Scholarship. As Sue had already summarized, he was an All-American football player, went on to continue his career in Detroit. This year's recipient has demonstrated outstanding dedications in all facets of his life. Academically, he holds an impressive 4.387 GPA. He's first in his class of 183 students. He's a member of National Honor Society and consistently earns the Scholar Athlete Award every year. He's described his approach by saying, academically, I have the same positive attitude I do when I play sports. I give 100% in everything that I do. On the field, he's a four-year starter who's led his team to unparalleled success. He set multiple school records, including all-time career rushing yards with 4,278, a total of 348 career points, 57 touchdowns. He achieved this while playing in 47 high school football games. He was equally dominant on the defense as an inside linebacker, averaging 8.5 combined tackles per game across his 4 years. He's been voted team captain and earned numerous honors throughout his high school seasons. This past season, he was named Ashtabula County Player of the Year, All CVC Offensive Player of the Year. He was Division III Co-Offensive Player of the Year for the Northeast Lakes District. He was first team offense for Northeast Lakes District football teams. He was the team MVP and a finalist for this prestigious Tony Fisher Award. Beyond his achievements in the classroom and on the field, he's committed countless hours to community service, volunteering at Geneva Food Pantry, assisting youth sports camps, and participating in the Ashtabula County Youth Leadership. His coach encapsulates his success perfectly in this statement. Bryce is a testament to the fact that excellence can be achieved through hard work and determination. It is my distinct honor to announce the winner of the $2,000 scholarship to the Robert L. Weesey Memorial Scholarship to Bryce Pete of Geneva High School.
I just want to start off by thanking the man above. This last year, I really focused on increasing my faith and just really putting trust in God. And then secondly, I just want to thank my parents and my support system. Without them, I have nothing, so it's really an honor. Next up, I want to thank the Touchdown Club for this amazing honor. It means a lot. My brother's a previous winner, so just being able to keep it in the household, it's pretty awesome. And then lastly, I want to thank my teammates. Without them, this is impossible. They push me every day to be better and just be the best man I can. So thank you.
No, I mean, we'll do this first and then I'll close it up. You want to hand out some money, right? All right. How much you say? 300 and what?
$320.
320. Just one, Rock. You want to read it on the mic? Okay.
739
Tony Chicaro. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, we just want to thank you guys for being here tonight and celebrating this past season. Best of luck to all of our athletes that are going on and graduating and going to pursue their next part of their life. And for you guys that are returning, we wish you the best of luck and safe and healthy year and as you continue your other sports careers. Once again, thank you for supporting Ashtabula County football.